Hey beautiful, welcome back to my tarot channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Roya. I'm an intuitive tarot oracle reader. Now my dear, hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today's not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now, guys, today I'm back with another pick a card reading, and today's pick a card reading is all about how do people secretly describe you to others. This was a suggestion of one of you guys. As always, thank you very much for that. My dear, if you have any suggestions for future readings, whether it's tarot readings or candle wax readings, please let me know in the comment section below. They're all welcome. But yeah, let's look into how people secretly describe you to others, all the tea, all the things you need to know. As always, my dear, I have 3 pals you can choose from. This is pal 1 with the meditate card. This is pal 2 with the intuition card. And this is pal 3 with the ground yourself card. As always, my dear, please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comment section. And as always, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey pal 1, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, how do people secretly describe you to others? What do you need to know? Okay, let's get all the tea. So my dear, first of all, I would like to start with some tarot cards for you guys, and then we will move on with some more oracle. But let's start for my dear pile 1. Ooh, 1 second, one card fell. Okay. For my dear pal 1, how do people secretly describe you to others? For my dear pile 1, what do you need to know? Let's see. One more. For my dear pal 1, how do people secretly describe you to others? All right, so let's see. Let's see. Okay. The first card we have is the 4 of Swords. We have the 6 of Swords. All right. Let's see, for my beautiful pile 1, how do people secretly describe you to others? 9 of Swords. 8 of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. Ooh, the Strength card. Okay. We also got the 7 of Swords. For my dear pile 1, how do people secretly describe you to others? 2 of Swords. And let's get you guys one last card. Okay. All right. And we have the 6 of Wands in here. At the back of the deck, my dear, we got the Queen of Swords. Wow, we have quite a lot of Swords energy here. Now, for my dear pile 1, where should we start? What do you need to know regarding the question, how others secretly describe you? So, I would like to start with a first message that I got coming through, and it was pretty emphasized, so I feel like there's quite a lot of importance to that message. And it's that, I don't know whether you're aware of this or not, my dear pal 1, but you're definitely someone who people feel drawn towards. And I'm specifically talking here about your energy. There is something about you that people want to be surrounded by. You know, people feel drawn towards the energy that you give out. I also feel like there is an element of you being or having a very healing energy to others. That's another thing. I feel like when people are around you, you make them rest. You know, you give them a sense of peace or a sense of healing. And this is maybe something that you're not even doing on purpose, okay? Like maybe you're just hanging out with someone and you're not even aware of that. But this is definitely something that they feel towards you. Now, this is all about what they secretly um, tell, okay? So you may not be even aware of this. Maybe for some of you guys, you've heard this before. For others, maybe you've not, but this is all about the secrecy. And I do want to say that for some of you guys, I really feel like you're gifted healers, which makes a lot of sense with the positive impact that you have, that your energy has on others, okay? But I feel like there is a strength. It's not just something random, but it's definitely a gift. It's excuse me, it's a strength that you have, and people notice it. For some of you guys, you may even be a little bit empathic or sensitive to the energies around you. Maybe it's very easy for you to pick up, you know, the mood in a room or the energies around. It's very easy for you to read people and stuff like that. It's kind of like you can look through things, all right? But definitely the first major thing that I'm receiving here, or how others describe you, is definitely that they like to be around you and you're someone that people want to have in their life. You know, let me explain it that way. You're not someone who drains other people's energy, but you're someone who can actually recharge other people's energy. And when we have a person in our life who uplifts our energy or has some kind of positive influence on us, of course we want to have them around us, right? Because who doesn't want to be exposed to positivity, like true positive energy? And this is how they see it. This is how they view your energy. And I definitely feel like for some of you guys, this is something totally subconscious. You're not aware of this. And I don't know why I'm getting this emphasize specifically on like some kind of negativity. It's kind of like you are a sun, okay? You are a light that takes certain darknesses away. I'm not quite sure why this is coming through like that. Maybe certain people who describe you like that, okay, they may have, or maybe they're going through some kind of challenge, through some kind of darkness in their life. And, you know, when there is darkness, light shines through even much more brighter. And this is what I'm seeing in here. You have shared your light with people in their darkest of times, really. And you've put an impression on them which will never be forgotten. And this is coming through so clearly. Another thing I would like to say here is coming back to this darkness slash negativity. I'm getting an example coming through here. I really feel like you're someone who is a very honest and especially loyal person, okay? You are someone who I even hear people truly should see as a blessing, because once again, your energy is so incredible and it's a privilege to have you in their life. And I see that in particular, there is an example coming through. Someone describes you like this, especially because they have encountered the complete opposite, okay? They've encountered sneaky, negative people, people who have bad intentions, people who are trying to get something out of someone. And in comparison to that, having someone like you in their life, or seeing someone like you, observing someone like you, is like a total, I would say, like contrast or a huge comparison here. And I don't know why, but I really would like to put the meditate card here because I do feel like it's a very effortless thing. You bring peace to others, you encourage others, you have something, an effect on others that you can't fake, okay? Like sometimes people try so hard to encourage other people or, influence them somehow in a positive way, but maybe it doesn't work. And then there are people like you who may not even do it on purpose, but your energy is so powerful, is so strong that it touches other people's hearts or souls or energies, right? And this is what I'm seeing here with you as well. You're someone who's very good at bringing people out of a space which can be quite dark because of the light that you have within yourself. Another thing regarding the question, how do people secretly describe you to others, is they see you as someone who can really go all the way, okay? People see you, or one thing that they tell about you is that you're someone who can really make it. Now, of course, it depends on your particular situation because a lot of you guys are watching, and every and each of your situation will be different from each other. But what I'm seeing in here is that you are someone who can emerge into a lot of different things. And there is also this level of multitasking in here, okay? And you are a hustler. Like, you're someone who, when you put your energy into something, like truly put your energy into something, your focus, your goals, you can make it. You are one of those people, for example, in your, let's say, family, who can be the first of some kind of success story, or in your community, in your environment, you can be the one person who's actually made it. And there is such a huge emphasis in here that a lot of people believe in your abilities and your skills and the path you're on. Now, for some of you guys, there could be also a slight level of jealousy in here. So maybe this is also why this is coming through in this particular reading, where it's all about secretly. Maybe a lot of people see this in you, okay? They see the potential, they see how far you can go with the things that you set your mind to, but maybe they're not really vocal regarding that, regarding encouraging you or motivating you, or truly telling you, okay, how much they actually see your potential. Because sometimes, you guys, when someone shines very brightly, when someone has so much potential, it may trigger people, if they have some kind of insecurities within themselves. And I see this coming through. It's kind of like your greatness is so obvious that it brings doubt to some people regarding their own insecurities, because there is something unhealed and you kind of trigger that in them, okay? And that's another thing. Whenever something triggers us, it actually says all the things about us and not so much about the other person, because it's kind of like something within us wants attention, something within us wants to be seen or heard, okay? Which is getting triggered, and it wants to be understood or healed. And that's what I'm seeing regarding you as well here, that you may trigger some people. I'm hearing literally with your greatness, okay? Another thing, yeah, okay, wow. Another thing I'm getting here regarding how people secretly describe you is that's an interesting message. Okay, let me put it that way. I feel like, my dear, for some of you guys, you may not even be aware of how much people actually talk about you. Maybe you're watching this just for fun, like you want to just get some messages regarding this topic. Um, but there are actually a lot of, like, there's a lot of talk about you. I'm hearing a lot of chatter. A lot of eyes are on you, my dear, okay? Let me tell you that. And it has everything to do with people knowing that you can make it. It's almost like mm, written all over you, okay? Maybe the way you come through, maybe the way you carry yourself, your body language, the things, people know about you, but they can grasp it. They understand that you're someone who they will definitely hear about more in the future regarding their achievements, regarding their potential. Another thing I would like to mention here as well, my dear, is that people admire you. Yeah, they admire you. Even if it's admiring someone in secrecy, it's still admiration, right? Like sometimes we may not even be aware of how many people admire us because very often people hold that a little bit back, or they may not approach us openly and share that with us. But I see that there is a lot of admiration there. And pile one, what is it that you're working towards? What is it that you're putting your mind onto? Maybe an idea which will soon come to you, even that I'm already stepping into, okay? Like one particular thing that I am getting great success coming through for, okay? So, yeah, definitely. Like, this is love encouragement. This pal is encouraging you a lot and motivating you. And maybe someone's watching this and it's also inspiring them, but so much greatness. It's just so beautiful to witness. And as I said, this is the kind of light that can't be hide away and, excuse me, hidden away. And you shine bright, my dear. And I really feel like if it doesn't, or if it hasn't entered your life yet, there will definitely be an opportunity coming towards you that will allow you to shine to your fullest, okay? Wow, wow, wow. Incredible. Pile one. I love this energy so, so much because, like, honestly, if I had to give this reading a keyword, you guys know I love to do so, I would say potential. This is who you are. But of course, it comes back to how we see ourselves, right? Or how much we believe in those potentials, because we can have all the potentials in the world if we, hide away in a corner and don't allow ourselves to explore it or to share it. That's another thing, right? But I really feel like you are action oriented, or the energy that I'm putting into, excuse me, that I'm stepping into here is especially looking into the future. You will take those, honestly, strengths that you already have much more serious, and you will take it to the next level. But it's undeniable. My dear, honestly, I'm getting this message so strongly. If someone around you has tried to put you down or tried to discourage you from your potential, there is jealousy in here, okay? And I've already mentioned the jealousy part, but it's coming through once again. I feel like there have been people around you, maybe even right now, who are trying to not make you see how far it can go, your potential can go, okay? So keep that in mind. Of course, positive criticism is something else. I mean, if someone criticizes us from a place of love and wants to help us, that's something totally different. But I'm not talking here about that. I'm talking here about haters, trolls, or people who just don't want you to thrive or don't want you to do better or are just jealous. And yeah, keep this in mind, my dear, okay? That's something I really feel like I need to mention. Okay, one card fell. Okay, the first card we have is animals. I would like to get you two, so let me get you guys another one. For my dear pal one, how do people secretly describe you to others? Interesting. Reconciliation. Wow. Okay. Okay. I don't know why, but with you guys, my dear pal one, there is quite a lot of future energy coming through. It's almost like I'm like a window is being opened and I'm allowed to look through it, to step into it and see what kind of energies you're attracting regarding you know, what's to come and stuff like that. And I see that you are the kind of person who can literally get an inspiration for other people. You're someone who can, you know, create something for themselves that people look up to or people respect. I'm even hearing people see you as someone who they want to be or someone they get a lot of inspiration from. So if there is something you're working on or if there is some kind of goal that you have, this is love encouragement once again, my dear. Maybe you're watching this and you're not there yet, and you're just like, oh my goodness, like I could never imagine making it in whatever it is that I'm interested in or I'm doing. And people literally looking up to me, or people seeing me as an inspiration, or even I don't know why I'm hearing idol as well. Take it how it resonates. But I would like to say, yeah, like a role model and stuff like that. But this is the energy coming through. I know this is about how do people secretly describe you to others, but it's kind of like I'm stepping into how people will see you in the future, okay? Because there is success written in your story. It is in your energy, and stay focused. That's definitely a huge message in here. Stay focused. I really feel like, my dear, there are right now a lot of people around you who want to connect with you. I mean, in the beginning, I already talked about the fact that your energy is one that people want to be surrounded by. And it doesn't surprise me that the message I'm receiving is it's almost like people want to put themselves in your space so they can connect with you, they can be friends with you, whatever the situation may be, of course, in your particular circumstance, But I see that people would like to be close to you. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's your decision, it's your free will. You can decide who you want to have around you or not. And by the way, I feel like also with the Queen of Swords being here, you could be someone who's actually very, I would say, selective when it comes to who are the people in your life. You may be someone who has boundaries up or a little bit guarded. You protect yourself, you know what you deserve, and you don't just keep the door wide open for anyone to enter. So that's very interesting. But still, there are some people who want to be in your space, who want to connect with you. So maybe you're someone who rejects a lot, or someone who protects their energy for sure. Yeah. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting so many extra messages coming through, because although the intention for this reading was about how people secretly describe you to others, still I am getting much more than that. Another thing I'm receiving here, my dear, is that you have a spirit team, and maybe they just want to come through now. because it's important, but I need to tell you that you have a spirit team supporting you. And I really, really feel like you can't even understand how much you're supported, okay, and protected. Since, yeah, one second. Okay, I really feel like, and this is something that has always been the case, since you chose to come to this life, you've been protected. You're protected and you're connected to something much higher. And I really feel like it almost feels like a soul family. I don't know why, whether, yeah, I really don't know why this is coming through, but it needs to be shared here. So, your soul family is, my dear, very much actively supporting you, okay? And I do feel like you're getting messages. Now, of course, at the end of the day, it depends whether you actually are aware of it or not, but the messages are definitely sent your way. Maybe it's about paying more attention to those messages, okay? Because I definitely feel like there is a communication happening. I mean, hey, we have the meditation card here. Maybe for someone watching this, meditating more could help you with receiving messages from your soul family and support, okay? But of course, take it how it resonates. But that's definitely a very, very important message for you guys today, okay? So, my dear pal one, this is actually all I have for you guys for today. As always, my dear, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. And yeah, as always, my dear, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload any pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal one, take care, my dear. Hey pal 2, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, how do people secretly describe you to others? What do you need to know? All the tea, okay? So, first of all, I would like to start with some tarot cards for you guys, and then we will move on with some more oracle. But let's see, for my beautiful pile 2. For my beautiful pal 2, how do people secretly describe you to others? What do you need to know? For my dear pile 2, oh, 1 second. A few cards fell. All right, so how do people secretly describe you to others? For my dear pile 2, all right. All right, the first card, my dear, we have for you is the Strength card. Oh, too many cards. Only 1 or 2, please. Once again, too much. For my dear pile 2, how do people secretly describe you to others? We have the 3 of Swords, the Magician. Oh, wow. The High Priestess. Wow, okay. Page of Cups. 4 of Wands. I'm not reading reversals today, my dear. Okay. I don't know why the cards fall down for you. We have the 7 of Cups. Let's get you guys one last card. How do people secretly describe you to others? Wow. And we got the Ace of Wands. All right, okay. At the back of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. Oh my goodness, there is a lot we need to talk about, my dear pal, too. I can see it, I can see it. My dear, let me start right there. I can see that you're someone who's very desirable, okay? One thing that you need to know regarding people and what they secretly, especially, think of you is that you're someone who people find very, very attractive. And honestly, I even heard heartbreakers. So, of course, take it how it resonates, but people see you as someone who can definitely or maybe has love options, someone who maybe a lot of people admire, okay? And this is coming through very, very strongly. Now, this is all about how people secretly describe you. So maybe for some of you guys, for some reason, you're not aware of the amount of admirers or, how much people actually find you attractive. Maybe for some of you guys, you're not aware of it because I looked into this energy and the intention was also secretly. So that's why I'm thinking maybe for some of you guys, you're not aware of the amount. But for others, maybe you know it. Maybe people have voiced it. Maybe you see a lot of people reaching out to you on a daily basis or very often. But one thing I can see here, okay, regarding how people secretly describe you to others is that they think you're very attractive. They say that they're very attracted to you, they find you very hot, okay? There is really no other way to say it. And a lot of people are interested in you. Definitely, there is this element of physical beauty. So people find you very beautiful. People find you very, for some reason, I'm also hearing alluring. You're someone, maybe not even doing it on purpose, but you're someone who can make people hooked on you, like people really, it's like you can build a connection with others very, very easily. Like people get attached to you very easily, even if it's not on purpose from your side. But there is something, I know why I'm hearing something very mysterious about you, but at the same time, I'm also hearing dreamy. So that's a very interesting combination. I see that a lot of people, it's definitely holding back, okay? They're definitely holding back. So it doesn't surprise me with the element of secrecy that we stepped into this energy with, but they definitely would like to share it with you, but still there's something holding back. Maybe some people, they're scared of rejection, or they think that you may not be open to their approach, but this is definitely one thing that I'm getting here. And I know why. This is so interesting because for Pal 1, I got a different message, okay? But in that different message, I also almost like got a glimpse into the future regarding where their energy is heading towards. And with you guys, I'm getting something very, very similar. I am seeing that, my dear, as time passes, as you go through the journey, that the connection that you have towards yourself will improve and improve more and more. The confidence that you feel, the self love, and also recognizing your own beauty, it's definitely increasing, okay, by the time. And I really feel like if some of you guys, you're watching this and you don't see what I'm seeing, if you can't see what other people see in you, with time, you will definitely become much more aware and aware of this in honestly incredible effect that you, or even honestly, I want to say spell, I don't know why, but I there is just something magical about your energy. There is no other way to say it. It's almost like you put spells on other people, okay? And yeah, it's kind of like if you don't see the full beauty, okay, the full amount, like the amount of beauty that you have, with time your eyes will definitely open to it, because there is an element. I don't know if you can see it, you guys, but this person has their eyes closed and the card connected to it here as well. And even, okay, like you got the intuition card and the eyes are closed. So there is something about this energy that you don't see. Maybe you're literally watching this and you're just like, I don't feel like people are attracted to me like that, or I don't see myself as hot and stuff like that. But this is what's coming through. And I do feel like for a lot of you guys, you're not aware of how attracted people truly are to you. And, you know, I talked about the heartbreaker message. Maybe you're not a heartbreaker. Maybe you don't see yourself like that at all, but I'm looking here into how others view you, okay? And they definitely see you as someone who may have a lot of people interested in them. And I know why, but regarding the question, how do people secretly describe you to others? Your physical beauty is definitely one that people will talk about very, very often, because it's undeniable. And I mean, the physical body is the first thing that a lot of people first see, right? Like the first impression and stuff like that. And it's definitely something that people talk about. Another thing I would like to say here regarding this message, people describe you also as very strong, which is very interesting. You know, strength can be expressed in a lot of different ways. So maybe for some of you guys, this strength is connected to some kind of experiences that you have made in the past, that maybe someone is aware and they're very impressed by the strength, you know, that you had to go through it or to overcome it and stuff like that. You did not give up. You went through the journey and you came out of whatever experience this is as a more powerful individual. And you know that no matter what life throws at you, you will conquer it, you know, you will overcome it, because you are a fighter, you are a warrior, you're someone who can, I'm hearing, succeed with whatever it is that is in front of you. So people believe, and not only believe, but they see how much strength that you have. And if it's not connected to experiences, okay, that have made you strong, still, one second, this could also be connected to courage. So maybe for some of you guys, you're someone who has shown over and over again how courageous you are. Maybe you have taken certain decisions that really took a lot of courage from you, and people see that. And I feel like people admire this as well. And they definitely have spoken about it a few times because, you know, I mean, let's just look at it that way. There is a lot that people maybe dream about or want to achieve in their life, a lot of things that people would like to go after, but there are always those fears or doubts that we may have, right? It's kind of like we can't really gather the kind of courage it needs to go for something because we don't want to take the risk, or we're not quite sure, we're not brave enough for whatever it is. Of course, it depends on the situation, but you know, whatever it may be, there's this lack of courage. And very often when people, you know, find themselves in these kind of situations, when they see someone being courageous and going for something, they have a level of admiration for this person because of, you know, they know how difficult it is, or how much it can be like a struggle to gather this amount of bravery. So when they see it in someone else, it's definitely something that they appreciate. And I feel like with you guys, it's a very similar message that people very often see in you. And it doesn't only have to be the courage aspect. Maybe it is the strength I've been talking about, but there is definitely something within you that people recognize about your character, about your personality, that I'm hearing all people want, or everyone would like to have in their life, you know? I mean, a lot of people would like to be, for example, confident, or would like to be brave, strong, whatever it may be, maybe something else. But sometimes we may struggle with those things. And when we see someone else have it, it may even inspire us, honestly, to also work on ourselves so we can, find or create a version of us that also has those strengths, or those incredible. I know why I'm hearing strength once again. Yeah, someone definitely sees those things as like those traits that you have as strength, my dear, okay? A lot of admiration for my dear pal, too. This is something which is coming through so clearly. Another thing, how do people secretly describe you to others? I've been talking about magic, mystery and stuff like that, right? And I would like to really emphasize that, because I don't know, pal, too, whether you're someone who is deeply connected with your spirituality, whether you have explored certain elements to yourself, and maybe you're connected to something which is, I'm hearing receiving through your intuition for some reason, but you're someone who is definitely full of gifts and full of, honestly, I feel like saying wisdom. Your soul is a very wise soul, and you're someone who, even in previous lifetimes, you have gone through spiritual I'm hearing awakenings, and you have grown very much spiritually, and even in this lifetime you will explore a lot when it comes to that area of your life, and you are so deeply connected to your higher self. You are so deeply connected to your spirit guides, and it's kind of like I'm getting, yeah, very interesting future energy coming through for you as well. It's kind of like I'm looking into the path you're stepping into, and you're growing spiritually. It's just a complete different level, raising your vibration, expanding your consciousness and stuff like that. And I really feel like, my dear, people, they recognize that in you. Now, especially when people aren't spiritual, okay, maybe it's very difficult to describe that. They kind of feel like there is something very mystical about you, something very spiritual about you, or magical about you. Maybe this is also why I've very much felt drawn to say those words. But when someone, is not very into those things, maybe very practical and very much in the matrix, not really open to certain spiritual concepts, it's very difficult to describe, what they're picking up on, or those vibes that you're giving off. So I do feel like there are people who have a hard time describing your greatness, or this incredible magic that you carry with yourself, but it's undeniable. Honestly, it could literally be that people secretly describe you as someone who carries an element of magic with them that I know what I'm hearing is like sweet honey. If you share it with someone, they can really see themselves as fortunate enough because, you know, your magic also inspires other people. If some of you guys are somehow devoted to your spirituality, maybe there are certain things that you like to do to explore it, to express it, and stuff like that. It could be anything. Maybe, let's just take, for example, tarot, right? Maybe you are interested in certain spiritual stuff, or maybe you are someone who likes to talk about certain topics with people, which maybe some people would describe as out there, whatever it may be. But you really bring out a certain interest in other people that is very, very special, and people are intrigued by you. People are like, there is something very special about you. You're someone who doesn't go with the stream, with the masses. You shine bright in your own individual way, and this is what makes you stand out. Pal 2, you're someone who truly stands out, and people admire that. And I feel like people talk about that a lot. Whether it's, I'm literally hearing, whether it's relatives, whether it's people who hear something about you, but it's kind of like people feel that you're someone special. Maybe you're someone who even at times growing up felt like you didn't belong to, a certain community, or you can't really identify with a lot of things around you. There is something calling you. There is something much more out there that you want to step into, okay? I really feel like, my dear, if you haven't so far, there are love gifts for you to explore in the future, or you're not even aware of how strong. Okay, maybe that's also why we have the strength card here, because you are power, you are strength, and people can feel it. Okay, people can feel your spiritual strength. You are a very powerful soul, and even if people, once again, don't really understand this concept, there is something about you giving it away. And it can even just be your energy. I don't know why I'm hearing, for some of you guys, some people may even find it a little bit intimidating, okay? Oh my goodness. All right. Do you remember in the beginning where I talked about the fact that you have a lot of admirers or people looking up to you? People who are interested in you, even like physically attracted towards you, but maybe that's this energy I've been describing. Maybe this is what is keeping people a little bit away, or maybe this intimidating energy that you have in your presence that, yeah, makes you a little bit, is it unapproachable? I don't know whether unapproachable is the right word, but it's kind of like when we see someone who radiates some kind of energy that we can't quite understand, but we can feel that it's powerful. We can feel that this person is carrying something very special with them. It can be very intimidating, especially if there's something we can't quite figure out. But your physical attractiveness definitely lures people in. And once they get a glimpse of your incredible mind, once they get a glimpse of your incredible being, there is so much more to explore and to admire about you. Wow, people think very highly of you, my dear, okay? People see you as someone who's also very versatile, and someone who, honestly, I don't know why I'm hearing whatever you touch can turn into gold. You came here, my dear pal, too, to share something very significant with the world. And maybe it sounds very like big, the way I say it, but it can even be, maybe share something very significant with a certain person, a community, online, offline, whatever it may be. But your magic wants to be seen and heard. And I feel like you are someone who, I don't know why I'm even hearing, is a natural born leader, or someone who has love talents that people want to be inspired by. Interesting. Pal 2, who are you? Like, oh my goodness. This energy is so incredible. Let me get you guys some more oracle cards. I honestly, like, this is something I'm getting very strongly. I already talked about this time element, right? And I really feel like the more time passes, the more you will see all of this. For some reason, maybe there are certain chapters in your life, okay, in which you're supposed to explore certain parts of you, and this will allow you to see the bigger picture regarding yourself, also your spirituality. But also, I feel like the more you connect with yourself, the more you will see what others see, I'm hearing. So for some of you guys, there will definitely be a period in which you will go within. I know this reading, it's getting much more than how people secretly describe you to others, but I feel like there is a significance here. One second, you guys. One card fell. All right. So, let's see. For my dear pal 2, can we get more information about how do people secretly describe you to others? But I mean, we definitely got some very interesting messages coming through. Wow. Wow, look at that. Happiness. Let me get you guys one more card. For my dear pal 2, how do people secretly describe you to others? What do you need to know? All right, and we have family in here. People describe you as someone who, when they are around you, they're truly so happy to be in your space. It's kind of like, maybe it's the things you say, maybe it's the energy you're giving off, but you know how to uplift others. And, have you ever heard, like, sometimes there are people who people want to be around and people like to be around, and then there are other people who people try to avoid, maybe their energy is just not good, or maybe there's just something about them that people don't want to surround themselves with. I mean, there can be a lot of different reasons, but with you guys, your energy is one that people, I don't know why I'm hearing, feels like a warm hug. Which is very interesting because we also got this intimidating energy coming through. So I'm trying to, one second. I feel like it's your spiritual growth, okay, that intimidates other people. It's the wisdom that you have. It's the power that you carry within yourself. But at the same time, you know, I think it's something very natural. People want to be people want to be a part of something great, or they want to be a part of something powerful. And it's the same with you as well. They want to connect with you because, wow, okay. This reading is getting very, very intense. You're very powerful, pal, too. One second, I'm getting messages coming through. I feel like you have the power to literally also transform others, okay? You can transform others into becoming better versions of themselves, into working on a better connection towards themselves, and this is something very powerful. Honestly, you guys, it wouldn't surprise me if in one lifetime in the past, if you of course believe in that, but in a past life, you could even have been a spiritual teacher of some kind. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Because that's the level of intensity that's coming through here. If you ever choose to become a spiritual teacher, you can literally transform people to their greatest versions, which is very impactful here. Another thing I would like to say here regarding how do people secretly describe you to others. For some reason, I'm hearing also people see you as a very good life partner, or someone um, who they could have a great family with. This is very interesting. Maybe this is more so romantically speaking, okay? And of course, it depends on your situation. Maybe for some of you guys, you have families, or you are in relationships, or maybe for others of you, you are not. But you're definitely giving off certain, I would say, traits that maybe people are looking for when it comes to a long term partner, when it comes to someone they want to create a family with, and stuff like that. But that's definitely something I'm seeing here. Very interesting. There are love layers to you, my dear, and we have definitely looked into that. It's not easy to describe you with just a few words because you are versatile once again. You're someone who um, has a lot of polarity within them as well, okay? And my dear pal, too, honestly, your power, okay? Don't hide it away because it can reach a lot of people in a very positive way. All right. So, my dear pile 2, this is all I have for you guys for today. As always, my dear, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. And yeah, as always, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload and you pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal 2. Take care, my dear. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, how do people secretly describe you to others? What do you need to know? All the tea. So, first of all, my dear, I would like to start with some tarot cards. So let's start straight away. For my beautiful pile 1, how do people secretly describe you to others? What do you need to know? All right, this is enough. The first card we have is the Four of Wands. All right. the Queen of Cups for my goodness. For my dear pile 3, the Lovers, the Hermit. By the way, you guys, I'm not reading reversals today, just so you know. We have the 4 of Swords here as well. The Hanged Man. Let's continue. 4 of Pentacles. All right, and we have the 3 of Cups here as well. At the back of the deck, we got the Star card. Wow. So, my dear pile 3, how do people secretly describe you to others? What do you need to know? This energy is incredible. A lot of things, my dear, that we need to talk about. First of all, I would like to start with this. People see you, or people describe you as someone who's definitely very hopeful, someone who's like your energy is very nice to be around. And okay, I got this message for another pal as well. Yeah, I remember. But I really feel like, and I don't know why, but you're someone that a lot of people would like to have, you know. It's kind of like, I don't know why, but I'm getting manifestation coming through as well. Pile 3, it feels like someone is trying to manifest you. Now, I don't know whether this person literally knows you already and is trying to manifest you, or whether someone is trying to manifest a person like you, but this is definitely coming through. I feel like you don't even understand how wonderful it is to have you in, someone's life. There are a lot of qualities that you have. I'm literally hearing inside and out that people would like to have in a partner, in a friend, in a family member. And I know why I'm hearing high value. I know why this is coming through. Maybe it's for someone, but you are a wish fulfillment. And I know it sounds very cheesy, but you're just someone who, honestly, I feel like you have a heart of gold. You have a great personality, and also physically speaking, you're someone who is very attractive. So it's almost like you are a whole package, if you understand what I mean. And you definitely, my dear, one thing I would like to say, behind your back, or like secretly, people compliment you a lot, which is very weird. Like, why do they do it behind your back? I mean, hey, maybe people also say it to your face. You hear a lot of compliments. But for those of you guys who maybe don't hear a lot of compliments, and people tend to say all those good things that normally a person would like to hear, right? Behind your back. That's weird. Why are they doing this? Like, I don't know. I feel like for some of you guys, the things that I've described, maybe you don't hear those things very often. People hold back from complimenting. Why is that? Another message I'm receiving here regarding how people describe you is they see you as someone who's very nurturing, and someone who, I'm specifically hearing, it is very easy to create an emotional bond with you. And not only that, my dear, I feel like, genuinely speaking, emotionally, like, for example, if a person is in a relationship with you, a romantic one, you're someone who fulfills others emotionally. Like, there's something, especially regarding that area, okay, emotions and feelings. you're someone who can bring out a lot of good, like truly a lot of good emotions in other people. And this nurturing and soothing quality that you have is definitely also another thing that people really admire about you. Let me put it that way as well. It is very easy to fall in love with you. It is very, very easy, my dear. And in fact, I feel like even as I'm speaking right now, and this is a timeless reading, so whenever you're coming across this reading, you're someone who has secret admirers. But generally speaking, people feel the love. Like you're someone, once again, your heart is gold, and you're someone who has a lot of love to give. Maybe it's through the way you speak or through the things that you do, but people see that you're basically like whoever ends up with you is very, very like a very blessed person. Someone who is very lucky. I'm hearing lucky in particular. Now, of course, it depends on your situation. For some of you guys, maybe you're watching this and you are taken. For others, maybe you're single. But I'm specifically hearing whoever is going to be with you, romantically speaking, is very, very lucky. Because you make people feel so special. You make people feel so loved. And honestly, at the end of the day, experiences come and go, but what really matters is the amount of love that we have shared in the lifetime and we've received, the good memories. And you're someone who is a star, honestly. I feel like the star card here, you know, it's. Ooh, I want to get it so I can show you guys. I feel like this star card definitely makes a lot of sense because that's the energy that you're carrying around. You are the star. Some of you guys may even have some kind of star quality. Another thing I'm hearing. I'm getting a message that I also got for another pile, okay? If you guys feel drawn towards another pile, maybe you can feel free to check it out. If only this one, then as always, just stick with this pile. But another thing I got was also that there's something very healing about your energy, about your presence. I got this for another pal as well. And that people see in you someone who they want to be long term or someone who they want to have in their life. Like, you're not someone. One moment. I'm receiving messages. Yeah, it's kind of like people, like for example, I don't know why I'm getting quite a lot of like romantic interests coming through for this pile, but it's kind of like when someone is interested in you like that, they see you as someone who they want to have long term, or they may literally imagine a possible future with you or see you as a long term partner, okay? People take you serious. And people see that with you, they can create something very beautiful. I feel like you're also someone who definitely appreciates their alone time, which is very interesting because, on one hand, I'm getting that you're someone who people love to be around, and you may have your own circle, people you like to be around as well, and people just, let me put it that way, it's kind of like you have a lot of unique colors to you that people would like to see and be a part of. That's one thing, but at the other hand, I'm also getting that you're someone who likes to or really truly appreciates their alone time. This is interesting. Yeah. I feel like when you're alone, my dear pal 3, you're not lonely. And very often, people think that when someone is by themselves, they're lonely. But being alone and being lonely, this can be two different things. Sometimes people can be in a crowd and feel lonely. And sometimes people can be all by themselves and absolutely not feel lonely. And in fact, the complete opposite, feel very good. So that's very, very interesting coming through here. I feel like there are two sides to you. And people notice that. People see it. There is a part of you which thrives being by themselves, thrives to, when it comes to exploring themselves. And you're someone who's very, very deep. People see that. And at the same time, there is also a part of you that is out there, okay? Another thing I would like to say regarding how people secretly describe you, I'm hearing want to keep. They see you as a person that, yeah, it may go hand in hand with the previous message I shared with you guys regarding people seeing you as someone that they want to have in their future and stuff like that. But you're definitely, I'm hearing a treasure, precious thing that people want to be, um, people want to have in their life. There is definitely also an element of physical beauty coming through. I feel like there is something very elegant about Chupel 3. You know what also looks good on you. Yeah. You know what looks good on you. I feel like there is something very effortless about you as well. You know, a lot of impressions, like positive impressions that you give on other people, may not even be on purpose, very effortless. You're just doing your own thing. You're just living your best life. You're just, creating your greatest version and just going about your own day and stuff like that. But the person that you are impresses other people. Like sometimes people think in order to impress others, they need to pretend being a certain way or put a lot of effort into something so that people pay attention to them. With you, people already pay attention to you. Like your presence wants to be seen, and people definitely pay attention to it. And you don't have to do anything in particular to impress other people. The way you are, honestly, once again, the love that you carry, it's already noticeable. I'm also hearing you touch people's hearts. My dear, I can definitely see that when you love deeply. You are also a very deep person, as I've said, and you make people feel very special once again. Your love makes people feel very special. I totally understand why people um, say that whoever ends up with you is a very lucky person because they really, really are. There is so much about you that is lovable. That's literally what I'm hearing. That's what people say. And honestly, there is also a level of gratitude in here. I really, really feel like when people have you in their life, for example, let's just say as a friend, they're very grateful for that because you are great in what you do, you know? So, for example, if you are someone's friend, you are a great friend. If you are someone's partner, you are a great partner. And people notice that. You also share like people's spirits. Is that how you say it? I'm not quite sure. Like you let me put it that way. You also lift people up, okay? Let me get you guys some more cards. I love this energy. Honestly, this is my favorite pile. I love this. For my dear pile 3, how do people secretly describe you to others? Well, we already got some very interesting messages coming through, but let's get you guys some more. All right. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Friendship. Yeah. You know, I don't know why, but like the Four of Wands, we can see two people dancing. The Three of Cups, this also looks like, you know, people who are very close to each other. And then we have the friendship, and also we see people dancing together here. People definitely see you as a great companion, as a great friend, as a great partner. This is really the confirmation here for me. And maybe you have witnessed this. Maybe you're aware of it, maybe you're not, but people want to be connected to you. Yeah, I got this message in other pal as well. Yeah. But people want to be with you. Do you see that? There is like this one person and they're shining so bright and they're holding other people's hands. I don't know why, but I'm also seeing this with the star and even with the hermit. You know, there's a shine, there is a glow around them. Yeah, you're carrying this with you. And people talk about it, people notice it, and people love to see it, love to witness it. Your beautiful nature, your wonderful spirit, my dear, you can't hide it away. People pick up on it, and there is nothing to hide away, anyways. It's something so beautiful to see, to experience. Now, I definitely understand why people see you as the star that shines, honestly. So, so bright. I know it sounds cheesy, but this is literally how it's coming through. Too many cards for my dear pile. Ooh. Too many, too many. For my dear pile 3, how do people... Okay. Look at that. And we have the talent. Talent card. Yes, I feel like, my dear, regarding the question, how do people secretly describe you to others, they definitely, like, this is straight to the point. They may describe that you're someone who has a lot of talents or has a lot of potential or has a lot of, I'm hearing energy that is admirable. Like, I truly feel like, for example, if someone knows you for a very long time, let's just say 10 plus years, still after 10 plus years, you know, all of a sudden you may share something with them regarding something that you're very good at. You know, they may witness something and they're just impressed. It's kind of like you're someone who always surprises people with how good you are in certain things or how impressive you are as an individual. And this is definitely something that people talk about, how impressive you are. And maybe you're watching this and you're just like, I don't feel this way. I don't see myself as someone who is very impressive or someone who is as great as I'm describing here. But let me tell you, you absolutely are. And I know that, we more so tend to look down on ourselves more so than push ourselves, right? But it's very important for us to truly see all the things that we're good at. we're Maybe we're the first ones to point out what we are not good at, or our we know we may not only see our weaknesses, but really it's important to also or especially focus on your strength. And this almost feels like an invitation for that, okay? It's almost like your spirit guides, they want you to maybe see this reading as an inspiration to open yourselves up, okay? Open your eyes more to how great you are, and not to always play things down. Like maybe you're good at something, but you're very humbled, or maybe you are someone who doesn't make a big deal out of it, but you have the right, to recognize your own greatness. And this is definitely something that others see, others talk about, other literally see. Yeah. um but it's also time for you to recognize it as well, because others definitely do. I feel like, okay, this is also another message from your spirit guides. If there's something, my dear, that you're very passionate about or you're very interested in, then I'm hearing make space for it. Maybe it's a hobby, maybe it's just something at the side, but if something fills you with joy, I'm hearing your spirit guides want you to incorporate more so into your life, okay? And I know we all have busy schedules, right? So we can't just spend hours doing something that we love. But even if it's just, let's just say, 20 minutes, a day, if there's something you like to do, something creative, or just a hobby or a talent you like to put more energy into, then this is definitely an encouragement here, all right? So, my dear pal 3, this is all I have for you guys for today. As always, my dear, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. And as always, my dear, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload and you pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal 3, take care, my dear.